21st century, it's a lot harder for people to believe that we're actually a very innovative, high technology company. It's equally hard to convince people, you know, Maria said it naturally, because we know each other very well. We are truly a global company. Most people think we're just an exchange based in New York that trades the big company stocks. And that's less than 10% of our revenue as a company. So we've had to convey to people that we're innovative. And one of the ways we've done that is by creating much more of an entrepreneurial spirit inside the company. And I think a lot of people get confused because when you say, oh, we want to globalize the company, we want to centralize certain of the functions that lend themselves to being centralized, people immediately say that you can't do that and have an innovative culture. That's completely false. And I think we have to convince people that, you know, you're striking that balance between nurturing entrepreneurship, but also making sure you have the right controls in place.
But you do that by design. So you really have to foster an environment of innovation. Naveen, how would you add to that in terms of creating a culture that encourages innovation, encourages risk-taking, but at the same time stays true to the core of internationalism?
Well, at the end of the day, the leaders, the person who starts the company, it's all really that DNA that gets transferred. So it's always the hardest thing is to find the people who are smarter than you and leaving them alone to do the things that they do best. And you become the resource to them to allow them whenever they need anything, they can come to you, but you don't have to micromanage them. The innovation, most of the innovations come actually from the grassroots. The people who are actually doing it, they know what the problems are. They know what needs to be done. They know how to solve them. And as long as we can continue to listen to those great ideas and not only nurture the innovation, but foster the culture that it's okay to make mistakes. And we all, even the best basketball player, would have 53%, 54% when they are actually the best basketball player in their best nights. That means you're going to miss 40% of the shots that you take. And if you can tell people in your company that, you know what, it's okay to fail 40% of the time. You're not going to get punished because you fail. Because the point is, you will never be able to make more than 60% shots on your best nights in the best day.
Wait a second. Are you going to tell your employees it's okay to fail 40% of the time?
Sure.
Really? You're going to be okay with that?
No, I think the point Naveen's trying to make is you have to create an environment where people are not afraid to raise the new ideas. And then if you're going to say it, you have to walk the walk. You can't just talk the talk. So when we say we're trying to change, because this has been a transformation like none I've ever seen in the last 3 years here, right? I got to this company, 215-year history, and just merged with a French company. And one of the jokes I tell at the beginning of a lot of my speeches is, for all the hits you can get on almost any keyword said on Google, try Googling successful U.S.-French combinations and see how you don't get very many hits, right? So what we have to do starting is to say, we're going to create a culture of innovation, but then we're going to have to prove it so that the first few ideas that come up, that come up that we're pretty sure are good ones, we're going to take some chances. So we funded some business ideas early, even though we knew it would be a short-term drag